Concerning Shedeur Sanders' development emerges before Browns' Week 2 game versus Ravens. Concerning development on quarterback Shedeur Sanders emerges before Cleveland Browns' Week 2 game against the Baltimore Ravens. It's been an interesting journey for Cleveland Browns backup quarterback Shedeur Sanders, who was selected in the 5th round of the NFL Draft after once being projected as a first-round talent on many boards. Despite the slide, Sanders impressed during preseason and training camp, earning a roster spot behind veteran Joe Flacco and fellow rookie Dillon Gabriel. However, despite the Browns' insistence that Sanders isn't on the roster just for the notoriety he brings, concerning reports are emerging out of Cleveland about his lack of involvement ahead of the team's Week 2 clash with the Baltimore Ravens. According to ESPN Cleveland, Sanders isn't even running the scout team in practice. Instead, practice squad quarterback Bailey Zappe has been taking those reps, leaving Sanders mostly watching from the sidelines with little to no opportunity to prove himself. "I'm hearing Shedeur isn't even running scout team, he's literally just watching everyone," ESPN Cleveland's Tony Rizzo said. "Bailey Zappe is running scout team. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I'm hearing. Why is he even here if that's what you think about him? Because his jersey is selling? The Haslams don't need jersey money. Today is Stefanski's day to cop out. Somebody better ask Tommy Rees if Shedeur Sanders is running scout team, because I heard he's not." The Browns entered the preseason with Joe Flacco, Dillon Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, and Tyler Huntley on the roster. They ultimately traded Pickett to the Raiders, waived Huntley, and decided to keep 3 quarterbacks on the active roster while signing Bailey Zappe to the practice squad as a potential 4th option. It's worth noting that it's uncommon for NFL teams to give third-string quarterbacks significant reps during the season, as starters typically take the bulk of practice snaps to prepare for the upcoming opponent. The backup may see a few reps as the next man up, but third-stringers are often left with limited opportunities. Still, the fact that Sanders may not even be running the scout team raises the question of whether he'll ever get a legitimate chance to play for the Browns. At least early on, this season doesn't appear promising for his prospects. Cleveland believes in Joe Flacco's experience and Dillon Gabriel's ability to back him up, Diana Rossini of The Athletic said. Andrew Berry still thinks there is a place for Shedeur Sanders on this roster, but his chances of seeing regular season action in 2025 are unlikely. The story of Shedeur Sanders has been one of intrigue, promise, and now a shadow of concern. Just 1 week into his NFL career with the Cleveland Browns, the former Colorado star and son of Coach Prime has been at the center of conversations that extend far beyond the sidelines. Now, as the Browns prepare to face their AFC North rivals, the Baltimore Ravens, a concerning development has emerged regarding Shedeur's trajectory in Cleveland. The issue is not about talent. Shedeur has that in abundance. It's about the whispers, those lingering doubts about his readiness, his role in the locker room, and whether the Browns are handling his development with the care it deserves. The Browns' dilemma. Heading into Week 2, Cleveland sits in a precarious position. Their starter has the confidence of the coaching staff, and their veteran backup provides stability. Yet, looming in the background is Shedeur Sanders, the young quarterback whose jersey already sells like he's a superstar, but whose playing time remains non-existent. Fans want him. Analysts debate him. Teammates respect him. But the Browns' decision-makers? They appear cautious, almost hesitant, like they're guarding a secret they're not ready to reveal. The concerning development comes from multiple reports suggesting that Sanders has been struggling to fully grasp Kevin Stefanski's playbook. His physical tools, arm strength, pocket poise, and uncanny accuracy shine in practice. But when it comes to processing the intricate reads of NFL defenses, sources claim there's a noticeable delay. It's the kind of detail that might seem minor in September, but against a defensive-minded opponent like the Ravens, hesitation can turn into catastrophe. The Ravens' shadow. Baltimore isn't just another Week 2 matchup. They're the measuring stick for every young quarterback in the AFC North. Lamar Jackson's brilliance, paired with the Ravens' historically aggressive defense, presents the kind of gauntlet that has chewed up and spat out rookies for years. For Shedeur Sanders, even the thought of being thrust into action against this team raises eyebrows. Ravens defensive coordinator Mike McDonald has made a living confusing young QBs with disguised blitzes and late rotations. If Shedeur isn't processing quickly enough in practice, what would happen under the lights of M&T Bank Stadium? The Browns know it, and perhaps that's why the whispers about his slower development are starting to seep out. A clash between image and reality. Part of the concern is the gap between Shedeur's image and his current reality. His jersey sales are among the top 5 in the NFL, even though he hasn't taken a snap. Social media clips show him tossing 40-yard lasers with ease. His father, Deion Sanders, publicly champions him at every opportunity, declaring Shedeur the future of the league. But football isn't Instagram highlights. Development in the NFL is a grind. Long nights studying film, humbling moments against third-string defenses in practice, and silent battles with self-doubt. The concern isn't that Shedeur won't get there, it's that the hype might be setting an impossible standard. Fans expect fireworks. What they might get, at least early on, is a quarterback who still needs time. Voices inside the locker room. Teammates have been supportive, but their comments also reveal subtle truths. One veteran lineman praised Shedeur's leadership but admitted he's still learning how fast this league is. A receiver noted that while Sanders throws a beautiful deep ball, the timing isn't always there yet. These aren't criticisms, they're reality checks. Every rookie goes through them. But because Shedeur's name carries weight, those checks feel like alarms. What makes the development concerning is not that Sanders is behind, but that expectations around him don't allow for patience. Deion's watchful eye. And then there's the figure looming over everything, Deion Sanders. Coach Prime has always protected his son fiercely, from Colorado to Cleveland. Already, there are whispers that Deion has been in regular contact with Brown's leadership, ensuring that Shedeur isn't being mishandled. That kind of involvement can be a blessing and a curse. It keeps Shedeur in the spotlight, but it also raises questions about how much pressure is being applied behind the scenes. If the Browns rush him, he could falter. If they sit him too long, his supporters may grow restless. It's a delicate balance, and one Cleveland hasn't mastered yet. Week 2, a hidden test. Shedeur won't start against the Ravens. That much is clear. But in some ways, Week May 2nd be his most important test yet. If Cleveland's offense stalls and the starter struggles, calls for Shedeur will grow deafening. Every incomplete pass will be followed by chants for the rookie. Every interception will ignite hashtags on social media demanding his debut.